We are really cooking now. I got like 3 people talking about me. Look out, Beyonce. So we're looking at a video by Papa Gut Leftovers, and he's got about 10,000 subscribers, and there's no way that he has a bigger main channel or anything like that, so don't even... Unfortunately, this video is 3 weeks old, and I'm just catching wind of it. The biggest point Papa makes, and one of the biggest remarks I got in the comments was, just why did I make the video in the first place? And I understand I did not use much context at all. That's a problem that I had with some of my earlier videos, and I only spent like half a day making the Neese compilation. So what better time to clarify some things as well as respond to Papa?
A couple of really groundbreaking discoveries.
No, literally, I think that is unfortunately true.
So at the beginning with Neese's cost remark, as well as her and iDubbbz being on Hassan, I just thought it was a bit rich that they both went on Hassan when he's a bit of a fan of cancel culture, and they've both done and said things that could probably get them canceled. I know I did a horrible job of representing that in the video. I made a huge leap of faith to think that a lot of people could pick up on this as well as a lot of other things, so I'm glad I'm able to clarify this.
You are eating the same as somebody who's a size 0. Like you bet.
What is wrong with what she's saying so far? Yeah, I mean, it sounds like that person's like, guys, I only ate 800 calories today, I didn't lose weight.
I agree with the calorie deficit stuff, and although I do still have a bit of a gut here, I'm working on it. I've been exercising, losing some weight, been doing my aerobics, and I think I'm doing pretty well with it. I just thought it would be a funny clip to include the ISIS doesn't exist Discord message on top of, although I definitely should have put that message right in the middle, not in the corner where you didn't even have to pay attention to that. That was an editing mistake on my part, for sure.
Interview with Lion Maker. It's surreal.
Yeah, I mean, and he went to jail, and then he deserved to go to jail, like, which is whatever. Too bad.
Okay, wait, what, is this the stuff that people, like, who, none of this is that...
Yeah, the Lion Maker stuff, that would take a very long time to explain. To make a very long story short, he was essentially a predator in the Minecraft community, and Neese here is kind of standing up for him. Since it is such a long and complicated story, she's probably not aware of all of the details, but that is not somebody that anybody should be standing up for. Before we go any further, I should state my initial intentions with the Neese compilation. I was covering a lot of the iDubbbz and Sam Hyde drama around that time. With the creator clash and Neese going on Hassan, I thought it would be a good time to make a compilation of some of her more questionable moments. I think as a content creator, she's quite boring, and some of the things she says are embarrassing, but my hatred for her isn't all that intense.
Is this her? Who the f is this blonde woman? She looks completely different.
Now that is Zoe Berger. Once again, I should have clarified this in the first place, but she is addressing Neese in this video. The drama between Zoe and Neese is pretty small. I just thought this was a good example of somebody who tried to get close to Neese having a bad perception of her.
Oh, wait, so she was 24 and he was 17? Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, I don't think it's good, but it's the unfortunate laws, you know?
I'm glad that you can at least agree that it's unfortunate, because there's a lot of people online who outright justify this behavior. And while I know this is a tall order, I think that we should at least try to live above society's standards, not just within them.
Alright, sounds like she's kind of a little manipulative, but okay, I mean...
I know there are different levels of manipulation, and the example I provided isn't the most clear, but here at Glitch Poachers we try to pay attention to body language and people's narrative to see if they have manipulative patterns of behavior so we can snuff out deception. Identifying liars and manipulators is the name of the game.
It's a very detrimental thing to do.
Alright, the speed up, that's a Chad move right there. I don't even care if he's speeding through my video, because it's quicker information digestion. Chad move.
This is incredibly boring. What? I don't understand what's happening.
Yeah, that was another point that I definitely needed to clarify. Even though I was trying to find the most interesting clips I could find of Neese, the compilation still wound up being pretty boring. Like I said, I kind of rushed that video out the door, and it wound up being the biggest video on my channel. Looking back, I wish I would have made my points more clear and the video more interesting overall. Just some growing pains is all. Lesson learned. If you want to say something, say it.
Are we? Why do we keep playing that? Are we going with like the whole thing where Pocahontas was like 12 and John Smith was like 30 or something? Like,
I kept playing the Pocahontas clip because Neese was genuinely unhinged there, and it was a really weird way for her to kind of make a pass at Chris, even though she's dating iDubbbz and Chris is dating Lacey.
listen, you know what's crazy is that the whole commentary community hates fucking React streamers, and you want to know what? I am somehow in pretty good standing with everybody in the commentary community. So
I suppose you could call Glitch Poachers a commentary channel, and I wouldn't say that I hate React streamers. Well, not on the whole, some individually.
you know, it's also on this thing too. It says, unfortunately, when they get older, they get poisoned by becoming black-skinned. That one was too much. Edit that out.
Edit that out? Edit that out? That's like the funniest thing you said the whole video. Edit that out. Don't edit. Keep that in. I am so glad you kept that in. I'm not even trying to make fun of you for it. I'm not trying to dunk on you at all. That was a good joke. Just lean into it a little bit. You didn't say any kind of slur, and sure, it was a racially based joke, but whatever. So what? You made a joke about people's skin color. People make jokes about people's eye color, hair color. People make jokes about people's height, how much sex they have. People make fun of how much money people make. Make the joke. No, that doesn't mean that I think that being black is poisonous. I'm just saying that I think the thought of it is kind of funny. If it wasn't such an absurd and stupid thing to say, I wouldn't think it's funny. That's the joke. Believe it or not, there was a point in time when racial jokes actually brought us together. But nowadays, the likes of Amy Schumer are the face of equality.
These are private DMs. Why the f do I care about their issue with fucking 5 years ago in their relationship? Like, why the f does that matter?
I care. iDubbbz is a public figure who built his brand on being a ruthless commentator who's always right. If he subjected himself to a wildly unhealthy romantic relationship for half a decade, I would want to know. Given Ian's skills in both manipulation and image correction, it's entirely possible that his relationship with Neese is far more toxic than he's been leading on. People with this much influence ought to be held to a higher standard. Both Neese and iDubbbz are full of red flags. The clips of Neese talking about Lacey, Chris Ray Gun's girlfriend, are probably the most disgusting to me. With all the other flirtatious behavior, it just comes off as so desperate. Plus, Neese offers all sorts of life advice on her channel, even though it seems like she's incapable of maintaining any kind of healthy relationship, romantic or otherwise.
Way too aggressively online that don't really deserve it.
She's not wrong about that.
The problem with her saying, people are too ruthless online and we need to be more kind to one another, is she's awfully ruthless when it's convenient for her. Not to mention her husband built his entire career and brand on being ruthless to people online. And all the wildly inappropriate stuff she said about Lacey, Chris's girlfriend.
God, I don't
Bring it.
care.
What in God?
I've sacrificed
This sounds like she's just fucking with this dude.
so much.
I am pretty sure that was real. I do not think she was joking there. I would be incredibly surprised if she was just messing around. I've never been wrong before, though.
Apparently they've changed. Like, whatever. I don't really care.
Here's the thing. I don't believe Ian has genuinely changed. I think this is a huge grift. When Neese and Hassan talk about politics on the podcast and iDubbbz is in between them, he looks like he's trying to pretend he is somewhere else. I don't really believe that Ian has reached any new conclusions regarding his personal beliefs. I just think that it's awfully convenient for his romantic relationship as well as his online presence. Ian was a devoted advocate for free speech, and he was very open about that on his YouTube channel. You would expect somebody whose brand is being brutally honest to confront an issue like this, but Ian has been radio silent on the topic. He used to try to explain his beliefs using logic so other people could understand them. Why isn't he doing that with these beliefs? If this new woke ideology of his or whatever was something he actually believed in, then wouldn't he be an advocate for it like he was with free speech? Well, he's not a true believer in this woke philosophy. He just thought it would be a convenient label given his girlfriend and online presence. Although his reputation is currently worse than ever, so it probably wasn't that good of a decision.
Was that what they were doing on the stream? Like, not every moment of a stream is going to be gold.
Yeah, I'll admit, that last bit was just a cheap shot so I could have a longer video.
Okay, it's a great video.
Hey, he said it was a great video, look at that. If I would have known that video would have gotten that kind of exposure, I would have taken a lot more time with it. Lesson learned though, you never know when a video is going to be popular. Be prepared. Alright, this was something a little bit different. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had a good time watching it. Shout out to the best subscriber squad on all of YouTube. I hope everybody has a wonderful day.
I should have left you on that street corner where you were standing. But you didn't!